so great seeing you guys back after that break. Thank you so much for sticking around as round 2 of the Frenzy begins now. And I'm not going to lie to you, Vinny, it was a pretty scary night for some of our area teams in the first round who unfortunately lost.
Yeah, no, a tough scene for some of them, but we've got a couple of teams that we definitely got to check out, a couple of winners tonight. So, Bree, why don't you start us off, see what we got?
You know I'd love to, Vinny. For the first game of our block, we got Winnemac facing off against Central Catholic, who are looking to head to the sectional championships for the 3rd year in a row. But the Warriors really came out to play. CC's pass is caught by Ray Clayton, but quickly punched out by Addison Allen. Winnemac jumps on the ball and stops Knight's first offensive drive. But they wouldn't get very far past CC's stout defense, so the Knights were quickly back on offense once again. And this time things were a lot better, so much so that Central Catholic had no problems getting in the red zone. And now it's time for Bobby Metzger to work his magic, and poof! The ball lands in Hudson Gutween's hands for the first score of the night. But things were just getting started. Moving now to the second quarter, it was time for the defense to show off. Albert Schwartz had a big hit from the blind spot and is able to punch out the ball, which Ben Burton quickly recovers. So now this team's back on 0. And just like we saw before, it's the dynamic duo back at it again. Metzger to Gutween on the slant, who just completely leaves his opponents in the dust for another night touchdown. CC wouldn't let this lead slip by them, and they take the game 42-14. Knights survive and advance for round 2 next week. Finally good to see a win.
Yeah, absolutely. The Frontier faithful were hyped for tonight's matchup between the Falcons and the Trojans of Tri-Central. Tri-Central moving the change early on, but it wasn't easy. A single Trojan runs into a wall of red at the goal line. But the next play, they find themselves in the end zone for 6. Time for the Falcons to respond, and they do. The next drive, the ball is flipped to Jason Newton. He bobbles it, but he's able to grab it and hold on tight as he's off to the races. One man to beat, and he gets tripped up, and I almost get trampled by the Frontier bench. That leads to this insane run by Reed Duncan. Gets past 1, 2, there's 3, and breaks a 4th defender to get into the end zone to tie things up. We may see that one a little later. But it was a close game. Tri-Central comes out victorious 41-35.
Well, 2 teams advance and 2 teams go down, but you know what? I'm hoping for the best, but you know what? It's fine seeing what our teams do, but I'm hoping that our completion percentage in here will still stay at a solid 100. So, Vinny, will you please do the honors?
Absolutely, I'll take this one. Sports 18's Gabe Obermiller has a couple of games he went to tonight. Gabe, what do we got?
Still 100%.
Look at that. Did you see the connection right there? It was perfect.
Got the throwdown. That's all we care.
The hands are dry. Bree, Vinny, weather much better for Friday Night Lights than last week. Good timing, too, because we're in postseason play, and that means it's do or die for many of our area schools. We'll head out to Warren County for stop number 1. Seeger Patriots taking on the Bison of Benton Central. Winner gets to play another week. Let's get into it. First play from scrimmage. Bison with the ball. Joe Widmer finds Wade Deno, but the ball pops out. Patriots have it in a great start to the game for the boys in blue. Next play, Seeger's ball. Hand off to Tucker Herndon. He'll break a tackle, make a few men miss, and carry it past the first down marker. But the story of the first half, defense. Bison able to come up with several big defensive plays. Patriots turnover on downs in the red zone. Benton Central with the ball, and Caleb Kaluski with the powerful run up the middle. First down, BC. And can't give that Bison defense credit, though, without giving a nod to the Patriots. Bison ultimately forced to punt on 4th down. Seeger will get the ball back, but guys, we're ultimately scoreless at the end of 2 quarters when I had to head to my next game. But the Seeger Patriots will survive and advance. Final score of 14-12 in Warren County tonight. And next stop, Attica Red Ramblers looking for a win in postseason play. North Vermilion already in the lead 41-0 at the start of the second half when I got there, though. Now Ramblers are going to get to start with the ball. QB Joe Widmer throws a strike over the middle to Kyler Stamper. Stamper picks up the first down. 2 plays later, how about the same duo? Goris to Stamper, again within inches of the first. Next play, they need the first, and Goris gets it. Same drive, still 3rd quarter. After a sack, Attica wants to gain the yardage back through the air. Goris is picked off, though. North Newton now with the ball. Attica able to force the Falcons to bunt back to them after this, though. Now Goris delivers. Kyler Stamper, Attica able to cap the drive off with a touchdown, but ultimately fall to North Vermilion tonight, 41-6. First and only touchdown I got to see all night. Bree and Vinny, that does it for me in our first week of the postseason. I'll send it back over to you.
I don't know what's more scary at this point, Vinny. The fact that Gabe only got to see one touchdown tonight, or the fact that we really kind of only saw one of our teams win in that block.
I mean, I'll tell you what the scariest thing that Gabe's going to see next week when we toss it to him, he's going to have to try avoiding the tackle, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, hopefully he'll be able to avoid that. But you know what he can't avoid and we can't avoid? The games on the next side of this block. Vinny, what we got?
Absolutely. Coming up, we have our sectional round week 1 game of the week. And we'll check out Bree and I's top plays of the week 1 postseason. That's next as the Friday Night Frenzy continues.